And now you guys are going to be seeing what datatel says you're responsible for down the middle of your screen. Prior, current, future semester shells for courses. A lot of you are going to see duplicates because you may teach a cross-listed course where you have face-to-face students, you have time-saver students. You don't teach them in separate classrooms, you teach them in the same, but as far as datatel is concerned, those are separate classrooms. We have solutions for that, and we'll talk about ways to combine course classes and teach them together. Plus any other new variation of that teaching arrangements, we have solutions for. We just need to work with you, and until we have a more elegant datatel-driven solution, we'll just muscle our way through making it right for this semester. Some of the things you see on the screen, I'll just walk through a little bit.
Do you want to just show them how to make that bigger?
Sure, yeah. The interface right now is small, lots of stuff. One of the things I like to use is Control+, and you can blow in and Control- takes it back. So if you want to see that better, you can do that easily. It's easier than changing your resolution settings and so forth on your computers. I like to just do it that way. So things that we see here. The blocks, I keep saying blocks, I didn't introduce what a block is. This is a block. Online users is an optional block of supplementary functionality. Messages, you saw these already, the quick links, time, calendar, and so forth, can be changed. Now you can already see here, we've got folks populating our online users. These are messaging functions. I can go in and I can click and I can see Bill's profile. I can send him a message. I can communicate with them that way. Messaging within Moodle, if they're online, you'll get that message online. If they aren't online, and there's a quick mail function that you, obviously these guys are online, but since it's tied into Active Directory, messages that you send to students, if they happen to be online within 20 minutes, they get it there, and if not, it kicks it to their Clark email. So a message sent is a message received somewhere for students, so that's a nice feature too. Calendar, we had a global calendar for Blackboard, same idea in that it will be populated with all instances of calendar settings from within all of your courses and color-coded to tell you which one is which, and you can hover over the thing and see what it is and open it up and so forth. So nothing really new or different with the functionality there. Cool? All right. Why don't you guys go ahead and click on, if you haven't already, open one of your sections. And then we'll talk a little bit about what we're seeing here. Okay. Sort of top to bottom, left to right, what's happening. Blackboard, you had different tabs. You had a build tab when you constructed your course. You had a teach tab when you taught it. You had a student view tab to see what they see. That functionality is handled now through switching roles. You can switch to a student view. And the build functionality, be prepared, looks kind of nice. When I hit turn editing on, which is how you make changes, we see all kinds of different stuff now, which looks like a whole lot of stuff, but it's all redundant. It's all repeated. This is all the same. So we'll talk about the 5 or 6 different tools you use to construct your course, but it's nowhere near as complicated as it looks. Something else I talked about with blocks. So I talk about all this stuff, this functionality. It's very flexible. I can say, and it was really cool to say, you know what, I don't like messages. I can just exit and it goes away. I can hide it. I can say, I'd rather have messages over here. I can grab it and move it. All stuff inside Moodle is drag, click, and drag and move. None of this move where, hit here, move. It's all very fluid and responsive. So you have complete control. You can turn off blocks or you can add new blocks. And we've got 100 other blocks that we just said, you know what, let's just start with basic functionality and we'll add more as we develop and as we grow and as we get more faculty feedback. So those are the block basic ideas. Quick. What we're looking at here, you see these repeated. Right now we've only got one thing in your course, but Lynn will be adding all kinds of things, and everything you add to your course, you get the same choices of what to do with that thing. The first little icon here the little plus, the little northwest, southeast, west thing, you just click on that and you move that thing wherever you want it. So that's just how you move stuff. The little arrow is how you indent it. And once I indent it right, I'll get another arrow to let me indent it back. This little guy here, this is the update, which is big and different from Blackboard. Update. So all of your settings within your activity, your tool, your document, your web page are within this update area. And you can go ahead and click and you can see on your announcement things what you see. You have the ability to make all these changes at any time. So let's just take you back to Blackboard. So you had something in Blackboard and you wanted to update it. Oh shoot, misspelling, bad date. Your response to that would be, okay, delete it, go back to my computer, change the document, upload it again, get it back to where it needs to be. Within Moodle, when you create content inside the system, you have the ability to edit on the fly. So if you wanted to bring your syllabus into as a web page or a text page inside Moodle, you don't have to, you just go into it, update it, change the text, and it goes and changes on the fly. So this interface, this WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get HTML editor. And we'll talk about web pages and HTML. Don't let that get in the way. I would just make it, it's a page layout interface, whatever makes you more comfortable. You don't have to deal with the HTML unless you want to. And it's all available. Every time you get an opportunity to make something inside Moodle, you get this interface. One other thing, if I'm designing a page in my head, I feel very claustrophobic in this tiny little, this little guy right here bumps it out to a full page and gives me all of my tools, and I can design a full page and then go back and save it. In addition to all the other basic HTML functionality, bolding, highlighting, colors, hyperlinking, images, tables, formulas, emoticons, and all that stuff is there. So you have a lot of tools to develop content. One of the blocks we've chosen is this course menu block. Lynn is going to walk you through here, but that's a quick link block where any new instance of a tool that you bring into your course, if I brought in an assignment, boom, it'd pop over here. An assignment is here, and I can click to all my assignments, and an outline of the topic areas in my course are also seen over here, which means that I can jump to topic 12 through that course menu and come back. And while I'm doing that, it brings us to this little guy. This is our focus buttons. So one of the advantages, I'm a big fan of Moodle's flatness, in that content that you bring into Moodle is right there, where Blackboard was very layered, and you had content that was in the discussion. So inside a discussion tool, then you had topics. Inside the topics, there's the format. So it was very layered. Moodle is very flat, which means if you've got it, and if it's a part of your course, it's right there visible. Boom, 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 boom. Great, except you're going to find that your courses are going to get very long as you move through there. So when we talk about these sort of things, you don't want to hide a topic that they're past or hide a week that they're, but to facilitate the ease of navigation, that's what these things are for. So imagine that my topic 1 was, off the screen big. I can just say focus on topic 1. This is my show only topic 1. And they can see that, and then they can jump to other topics here, they can jump to other topics there. So the student interface and your designing interface doesn't have to be, if you're developing a course and you're in topic 15, you don't have to, every time you make a change, scroll down to 15. You can just isolate the particular topic